YouTube, what the crap is going on? Heir of Carthage here. I thought I was going to bring you Empire Total War next, but people submitted some Medieval 2 Total War replays to me pretty quick. I didn't get a whole lot of these, and I don't actually have a whole ton of Empire replays either. So if you all still want to be in this 20th celebration video series, please send me some more Empire Total War replay videos as well. I have a few, but I would like more. This came in from Green Demon Storm, who is playing as Venice. That's his name on Medieval 2 at least. Anyway, let me show you the army he's got up front. He's got 3 of these pike militia that look to be well armored, so I'm assuming they've got some armor upgrades unless those guys are just that way naturally. Now keep in mind when I commentate these that I do not know Medieval 2 very well. He's got a bunch of Pabby's crossbow militia. I think there's 3 or 4 of those guys. And then he's got I think 3 or so Venetian infantry, which look to be like carrying some kind of armor-piercing weapon there. Don't know really what it's called, but it looks like some kind of warhammer or something that's used to pierce armor. And then he's got some dismounted feudal knights. Right off the bat, the Turkish player who has a bodyguard, 1 unit of Sipahi lancers, and this Kwapukulu, whatever, heavy cavalry, I don't know how to pronounce it. Look to be mace-armed, cataphract-style riders. He's got them engaged over here with his Knights Templar. Yeah, I believe all of his cav is Knights Templar. He's reinforcing with some pike militia. So that's the fight over here. And he's peeling off even more pike militia. Over on this hill, he got the better of the Turkish player as well and engaged his cavalry, which is similar on that flank. Let's take a look at the main infantry fight, which is starting. His pike wall is being used to soak up the Turkish charge. These were probably meant to protect his Pabby's crossbow militia, which is the main reason why I brought him, protect him from cav. But I'm assuming these pike guys are going to get torn to shreds by these Janissary heavy infantry. Those are the guys you're seeing with the big pole axe on the other side. So he's going to start reinforcing with his Venetian infantry. Here you can see people burning and kind of getting exploded. That's because the Turkish player has a couple of these Nafatoon units, and here they are chucking their little bomb things in there. These Nafatoons will pwn a lot of people, so you do not want to just sit there and let Nafatoons open up on your guys. The Janissary infantry is doing its job and actually doing quite well, especially with the help of the Nafatoons. Some Venetian heavy infantry did get through right here though, but it looks like the Turkish player is going to run his Nafatoons away and save them from what would certainly be doom. So he's going to use them for a better use there, and he's going to bring some Janissary infantry down here. So he did kind of cause a breakthrough here, but kind of not. It's kind of a stalemate right now up here in this cav fight, but the Turkish player breaks free, runs a hammer and anvil charge on these dismounted feudal knights, gets a decent charge on them, but cavalry in this game is not always very good in like just a drawn-out fight against heavy infantry. They're more of a charging tool, so you probably want to take them out and charge them in repeatedly. Over here, both players ended up reinforcing with infantry. However, this fight is definitely turning to the favor of the Venetian, so it looks like he's going to be able to pull out a victory here. But here comes some regrouped Janissaries, and they're going to come into this fight as well. So that fight's going to continue. There's even more Janissary heavy infantry right behind them. In the center, you can see the Turkish player actually routing the Venetian infantry. Some of them are fighting to the death. This dismounted feudal knight is probably going to rout soon. Yep, there it goes. But he does have a ton of these Pabby's crossbow militia back here. These guys aren't super strong, but they'll hold out for a while he might be able to get reinforcing troops in. So the Turkish player does break through when it comes to infantry. However, this fight over here has really turned to the favor of the Venetian player. There's only like 1 cavalry over here left, but he leaves his troops sitting here, and this allows these Nafatoons to sit here and start hurling grenades. And you can see that these Venetian units were at pretty high numbers. This one was all the way over 100, and look at it just getting cut down by Nafatoons, already down to almost 70, or yet below 70 now, down to 66. Here comes more grenades, and you're going to see the numbers just keep on dropping.
My lord, only half our force remains.
So at this point, the Turk has killed more than half of the Venetian army, but the Venetians have killed 75% of the Turkish army. So it's been a bloody fight on both sides. I really like watching these Nafatoons kill people. It's pretty sweet.
Our foolish general has thrown his life away, and perhaps our chances of victory with it.
So right there, the Venetian general went down. A bunch of the Venetian troops were routing, but back here, those troops that broke through were tired and lower in number, and they fell victim to all these Pabby's crossbow militia, who was able to fight them off. So the Turkish troops in the center rout, having lost the cav fight up here, plus the Turkish infantry, some of it is, or no, these are all Pavi's crossbow militia. It looks like some Turkish infantry, or Venetian infantry, regrouped and was able to force back the Turkish advance. So in this particular case, the Venetian relied on a lot of numbers, whereas the Turkish player brought a whole lot of really good Janissary heavy infantry, and the Nafatoons, and some really good heavy cavalry, but he didn't have near as many numbers, and in the end, his quality wasn't able to overcome the number of Venetians here. I do believe that a lot of the Italian states tend to have better militia units, so I don't know if that helped out because of the pike militia and the Pavi's crossbow militia or what. But in any case, that was looks like an average victory for Green Demon Storm. If you look and see, he actually lost more men than the, well, no, he didn't lose more men. The enemy killed more men than he did, but he had a lot more men. So that's why he was able to stay in the fight. So I thought that was a pretty fun battle. You know, it was pretty quick to action. I like the fact that neither player just sat back and camped forever. The armies weren't just a bunch of muskets, which if that's your thing though in medieval, you know, I'm not going to take that away from you, but I do see like usually like a ton of musket armies in there, which is all cool. But in any case, I thought the strategy here was interesting. I liked how both players were trying to support their cavalry with infantry. I would just say the Turkish player was a little hasty in that cav fight. You don't want to take a fight where you're going to get the bad side of the terrain, so you always want to stay to where you're going to get good position on the terrain. I think that obviously the Turk player had better infantry, and his infantry did cut through, but the numbers ended up turning against him with all those Pavi's crossbow militia. I think crossbows are fairly effective versus armor, if I remember right. I may be wrong, but with all those crossbows around, it became a danger to his men. However, those Nafatoons probably got a lot of kills. I don't know if it shows their kills on here. It probably just shows green demons. Let's see, look, casualties inflicted. One of his Knights Templar got a lot of kills, and then one of his dismounted feudal knights and Venetian heavy infantry did pretty good. And it looks like those were the best units. His pike militia seemed to do pretty poorly. However, they probably busied the other infantry for long enough. His crossbow militia, you can see, actually all of them got, you know, a fair few kills, and they were probably a cheap unit, and so that's probably where it ended up really hurting the Turkish player. In any case, hope you all enjoyed this. That was part 2 of Heir's 20k sub celebration, which is now like almost 27k. Sorry it's late, but I'll keep them cranking out here. Like I said, give me some more Empire Total War replays so that I have some of those to go over. I will keep bringing you videos just as quick as I can get these up. I will try not to make it take as long as the original 20 did. But I'm excited to bring these to you, and I hope you're enjoying them. I hope you're enjoying seeing some fan-submitted replays on here instead of just me playing all the time. And I also hope you're getting excited for the new show that I'm going to do, where I continue to do a breakdown of tactics on your videos, and also allow you all to put your comments down in the comments section so that we can give some good advice to those players who might be looking for it. Heir of Carthage, signing off for now.